level 2, the level of subjects in the level 2. And you look at on the overall learning outcome, uh, before starting this subject, I would like to say that as accounting people, uh, or even you are working in the organization like a manager or whatever the positions, nowadays all the business activities are conducted in the electronic format, like we call digital transformation. To recording and summarizing and interpreting this accounting information from the manual recording system to the digital transformation process. So after when you completed on this course module, students should be able to getting the understanding and experience and knowledge how to use this knowledge to the practical environment. Look at this the heading at the end of this course unit. You should be able to getting a knowledge on a few things in these subjects, given 8 learning outcomes. In the first learning outcome, after completed by these subjects and the course module, the students should be able to understand, the students should be able to apply this knowledge in these areas. To recognize financial reporting and financial calculation by a given software package. In this time, the SAP campus, they implemented by the new ERP, cloud-based ERP, the already given by the softwares to you to practicing purpose by a Mayo package, the cloud-based Mayo. The end of the semester, students should be able to get in this the related course module and the package knowledge to analyzing the databases, to recording and preparation and presentation of financial statements for the both purpose of the internal as well as in the external purpose, for the publication purpose. The second learning outcome, it gives develop a new accounting system. As a mature student, you should be get a knowledge and experience by using the accounting package, the ERP package. Students should be able to develop the accounting information system, like a set of financial statement by using the accounting package. Because developing a new accounting system is one of the main features of this subject and the package. Are you hearing me? Is audible now? Right. Now in the other student logging on the OCs, are you audible me? Please give your comment.
Yes, sir, we can hear you, but some disturbance is going on.
Hello?
Sir, we can hear you, but some disturbance is going on.
Right. Due to the inconvenience, the environment factor, so we'll stop for a little bit moment and don't leave from the virtual login. Wait for a few minutes. We are in the class because of the heavy raining here in the Sri Lanka in Colombo. So wait for a little bit moment. We will again start the session quickly. student wait for the few minutes, still in the current of the heavy rain. So we will start as soon as possible to stop the rain. We will start the class. Online student, hello, are you audible me? Online student, are you audible me?
Hello?
Yes, please
Yes.
try to log into your software by given the username and password.
Okay. Okay.
Is it working? Or any issues? Please communicate to us. Already you are getting the credential from the sub campus now.
Yes, we have
Hello.
received. Yeah, we received the credentials and we logged in, sir.
Sorry.
We received the credentials and we logged into the system software.
To the email, the sub campus send the credential, username and password now.
Yes, yes.
Is it working?
Yeah, yeah. For me, it's working.
Okay. Others? How about you? Everyone?
Yes, sir, it's working. Yeah, it's working, sir. It's working, sir. It's working.
Hello, Mr. Piran. Hello. Are you audible to me? Mr. Piran?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes.
What's your country?
UAE.
UAE. Hello, Ms. Chandrakanti.
Yes, sir. It's working, sir.
Are you hear me?
Yes, sir.
From where are you logging this class? What's your
Sorry,
country?
sir. New Zealand.
Sorry,
New Zealand.
not clear.
New Zealand, sir.
Okay, later I will contact. Is it working by the software now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. How about others? Hello, gusto mo kumain na? Gusto mo kumain na? Is it working by your software? Hello. Hello, Ms. Chandrakanti.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Ms. Chandrakanti. Are you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much. student from following have any issues to in your software? Please feedback us.
No, sir. We can access to the system.
How about others?
It's fine, sir. It's working for me also.
Yes, other one.
It's fine, sir. It's working for me also.
Online. As you do.
Hello, yes, students, can you all hear me? This is Talit, sir. Can you all hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear
Yes,
you.
sir. We
Now
can.
perfectly we can. It's very clear.
Yes, sir, we can hear you, sir.
Do you have any issues of logging into system?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
We
Anyone?
don't
Me, no.
have.
Right. All of you have logged into the system, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good. Excellent. Excellent. Good. Okay. Thank you.
Right. The online student, due to the any inconvenience, but the thing is that today we are going to start the class now. So first of all, we'll go to the syllabus, and if you have any inconvenience or any disturbance like the issues, the next week also we will ready to summarize this session. So if you look at here the syllabus, already physical student they are support me because look at here the few of the students are coming from the power from mostly. So to give the benefit to these students, the most probably I am using my computer laptop to easy to communicate with them. So my visitor students will report to me as well as to them to developing a better learning environment. So now you look at here our syllabi in the already introduced by the in the first area. Uh, After when you come, what do you mean by learning outcome? Student, at the end, whatever the course, whatever the module you should complete it, the student should be able to get in this knowledge. Before start any course or any module, as a matured student, we should need to get a better understanding what we are trying to learn, what we are trying to study in there. These are the expected outcome by the each course module. After completing by the first year 7 or 10 or whatever the course module, students are able to complete on the summarized knowledge of that particular area. Likewise, when you move to second year and go to the third year and complete by your degree program, the expected learning outcome together with all subjects, the sub-campus or whatever the university will be producing on the in according to the vision by the sub-campus and the CS Sri Lanka willing to develop by the globally workable or acceptable accountant. This is our ultimate purpose and objective of this degree program. But the total syllabus actually by the 30 or 35 subjects divided by the separate segment and the areas we call the individual modules. In this module, they renamed by the accounting in digital environment. How the people, the organization work on the digital platform. To eliminate of the manual activities and remove by the manual activities, we move forward to digitizing the business activities. In a second one already we discussed, develop an accounting system. The day by day, we will hope to develop a small databases like developing a general ledgers, chart of account, then developing a customers, developing a suppliers and inventories, and go to the transaction part. The end of the session, end of the lecture series, student itself, you should be having a knowledge to developing the accounting, the proper accounting system to report into your internal board of directors as well as your stakeholders and your shareholders. This is one of the learning outcome of this subject. And third one, develop accounting in a nominal ledger from given information by getting on the general ledger information, developing your set of accounts, the ledgers, developing and designing your ledger accounts. In the third area, the use information regarding the functionalities of the sales ledgers, invoices, credit notes and receipts. These are all customer related detail, customer card detail. In the meantime, we will teach you how to develop a customer databases and how to integrate it on the customer databases. And after that, we will going to incorporating a transaction on invoices, receipts, stock handling, sales related transaction we will going to study. And number 5, the information regarding the functionalities in respect of the purchase related transaction, to setting on the vendors and integration of vendor master file and master file integration part and purchase order design and development and converting to invoices, their credit notes, like this information we will share among the purchase ledger transaction. And number 6, The use recording functionalities pertaining to the bank and cash transaction. How you deal with the bank, payment of bank to the bank and getting the receipt to the bank and payment of the petty cash reimbursement, main cash payment, cash receipt, those kind of things we will going to discuss under that heading. And the point number 7, the preparation of bank reconciliation and prepare the financial statement and other records through the accounting software. Student, in both by a physical and as well as the online student, try to understand the little bit difficulties in this mode. In the corona period, actually we were conducted on the total classes in online mode. Then we are sitting on the chairs and using the laptop, we teach to the student. After the or the before the corona, we study and we teach to the student by a physical mode. Now, sometimes students will contact me during this session. Actually, we will ask to answer by them because of I'm not in a position to answer the phone by this time. The online student, any issues, please send to your chat box. Then we can answer your issues by sending on the message or by opening my mic. Right. Look at down here. What are the topics we are trying to study down here? In the topic number 1, topic and the weight, what? The accounting system setup part. Actually, accounting system setting part, including company creation part, setting on the balance part, setting on the ledgers, chart of account, and individual ledgers. These are called the accounting system setting part. And expenditure cycle. The expenditure cycle means paying on the bills and payment to the other expenses and designing and development of the supplier cards, integration of the supplier card, those kind of things we will discuss under that section. In the topic number 3, the revenue cycle. The revenue cycle means we are going to study about how to setting on customers, the customer and customer related transaction, setting on the master file, integration, and invoices, payment settlement by the customers, receive money, those kind of things we will going to discuss under the revenue cycle. And payroll application, little bit that part will not discuss under your topic by the payroll application in this software. And bank reconciliation part and report generation, report customization part will discuss under that software. Look at the major topics. Accounting information system, you studied that part. What are the learning outcomes? And specific knowledge. Learning outcomes and specific knowledge. The knowledge area. When we move into the topic number 1, accounting system setup part. At the end of the session, students should be able, look at the word, students should be able. There are 3 things in the learning outcome. Students should be able to understand, students should be able to get a knowledge, students should be able to apply this knowledge. These are all learning outcome, the learning objective. In a modern syllabus, the developer specifically given the word, the learning outcome. After achieving by the small learning outcome, the end of the period, end of the year, end of the course module, students should be able to get a total knowledge, kind of knowledge. The expected outcome of a degree program because specific learning outcome. Look at the individual headings, individual topics, learning outcomes are there. At the end, you should be able to get in this knowledge, understanding and experience and apply this knowledge to the real world. Explain the concept of computerized accounting and latest trend. Today we are going to discuss of that part. What is the development of digital environment? Nowadays, even in the yesterday, our president talked about to convert our country to the digital platform. Now we are in the process of digital transformation. Don't know what happened in the tomorrow, what happened in the future, but their expectation, their vision is to transform in the individual and all the government and private organization and their activities from manual activities to the digital activities. We call digital transformation. And to become a digital economy by a vision of our president. So, students should be getting this concept. How the computerized accounting applicable to the real world. Identify the accounting packages. What are the packages available in the worldwide? And what are the packages available in the Sri Lanka? Most popular packages and other packages. And examine the file securities and maintenance second part. That part we will discuss in the next week. And backup and the restore procedure by the company file. Examine the tax and quote and the accounting list and the others. Likewise, already you have this lecture material no? In your limit. You go to that part. In online student, please go to your syllabus. And if any issues, please communicate with me. You are freely available to on your mic and ask a question. Expenditure cycle. Now, 7-8 things we will going to discuss. At the same time, you look at the second column, the specific knowledge area. I am a teacher, I am a lecturer, I am a facilitator in this subject. Only I facilitate you how to learn the software. How to get an understanding and knowledge of software. I am a teacher. I am given the guideline and facilitate you, guided by the student to learn the software. That's why first time we will purchase by the cloud ERP. And all the students having a separate the packages installing by your actually cloud by using the internet. You are able to log in by your package. At your home, you can practice this software. Only we guide the student, only we instruct the student how to work. Try to understand. Now the teaching patterns change. In a 19 and 2000 period, change the teaching pattern from teacher centers to student centers. The learning center. We share our knowledge. You are one of the experienced person in the industry. You also can share your knowledge by this class, even in the foreign student. Today actually, unfortunately, a bit heavy rain in the Colombo city, so unfortunately they are not the audible very clearly. But from the next week, we will hope that even in the foreign student, you can communicate with them. You can ask on them what kind of packages they are using in their countries. I think more than 17, 18 students are logging from the overseas, in the foreign, in the different countries. So you can blend with this knowledge. You can share their knowledge with their experience by the Sri Lankan experience. Third section, revenue cycle section. To read that part. This is your total syllabus. Another important point, how we assess this subject. What do you move into your LMS page. Now we upload the evaluation method. Have you downloaded this document? The introduction document and the syllabus? Downloaded? Yes. Actually, time to time we will change the weighting assessment method. Definitely we will get the individual assessment and the group assessment by this class. Anyhow, in the final examination, every student need to face by the 50% final assessment, the total by practical. You need to log in this application, the software, to complete the given task and get in the backup file, and this backup file you should be uploaded to the SAP Campus LMS. Not like other subject. The totally this subject we will going to study and assess by the online mode. Look at the learning time. 15 classes by a 45 hours contact. In the contacts hours per day, 3 hours per week actually, per week. The self-learning hours by a 30 hours by your side. And self-directed learning expected by 35 hours, and assessment, review and revision by, especially in the examination and everything, by the 40 hours. The notional hours. This was developed based on the Sri Lankan Polity Framework. Based on that, they develop your learning outcome. These are the learning outcome and the weighting part. In earlier, I teach by different softwares to the SAP campus from 2015. Yes, 2015. I was a lecturer in this SAP campus. I teach firstly by the QuickBiz system by 2 years. Then after that, we changed the software by the Sage, line 50, then Sage 30, then Sage ERP. Actually, I teach by here in the SAP campus by 4 softwares. Now this time, we will ready with the new software by the Mayotte software, Cloud Mayotte. Actually, even my life, I am teaching the first time by Mayotte. You need to support me as the mature student by the both way. Communication process should be there. Because of sometimes you are working in the industry by using the Mayotte software, you having knowledge than to me. I accepted this knowledge as a teacher. In a part time, I'm doing a practice. by the part-time audit practitioner. So in total, the time I spent to teaching a different subject to the student. I'm a lecturer. You know my name now. So already I mentioned in my what do you call your LMS. I'm a assistant senior, the senior lecturer accounting and finance. I teach different subjects. This is one of the main area by ERP. Apart from that, I teach financial management, audit and taxation, and financial reporting subjects, and cost and management and advanced management accounting subject. Try to understand. The always both student and the lecturers are updated. This is my challenge. Last week they given a task to me to get in the software and given to me, you study and teach the student. This is one of the challenges in my life. I took this challenge. Don't worry. If tomorrow you'll be selected as one of the head position in your organization, you get this challenge. No worry. It will resolve the issues by the little bit long time. But after getting this experience and knowledge, you will become a successful manager. Right. Finished. Any issues? Any question regarding the syllabus? Later, we will give a chances for the both student by physical and the online student to get in the clarification from me. Try to understand this, especially in the online student. Try to understand the situation in the Sri Lanka today, heavy with rainy day. So if you have any issues in the next week, you communicate with me personally. I will answer your issues. Right, my dear student. Now, today I will hope to discuss by the introduction part, because before studying each subject, student having a little bit the knowledge, the theory knowledge by regarding the subject. At least today you keep in your mind the subject name and subject code, because at the end we will give a paper to the student. They are writing a different name, like a subject title. What is the subject title? Accounting in digital environment. Right, student. Because two words is there. No? Accounting is separate the practice. Now digital, the practices is different. Now from today we are trying to study that how the accounting role and the accountant role will convert and will transform into the digitalized platform. Understand? Digitalized platform. Right. You know that, no? What do you mean by accounting? The accounting is, as you studied in the A level, to collecting the accounting and non-accounting transaction, actually we call transaction and events. We record in this transaction event to the books of accounts. Recording, summarizing, analyzing, interpreting, and publishes to the interested parties. Today morning you studied with the Rangajiva sir with the FR subject. This is called the traditional accounting. You know that, no? But never, don't tell the Rangajiva sir, never, now even in the Sri Lanka, we are not practicing in the manual accounting. Because of that, we are giving an accounting theory knowledge to uplift our career in our life as accountant. First of all, you need to get a theory knowledge. Though already you are getting a theory knowledge by some extent. From today, we will try to transform your knowledge, the theory knowledge, to the practice. This is my purpose. This is my task. To giving a knowledge to the student to transforming your manual, your theory knowledge to the application. What? This is called the digital. Actually, digital means, look at the first paragraph. You read this paragraph. Digital business use a technology like information system to create a new value in the business model. The existingly, the business people are running with the manual accounting system or whatever the system without having a digital platform, the online platform. They are not getting a competitive advantage from the industry, from their peers, from their competitors. Digital model, business model, the customer experience and internal capabilities that support is a cooperation on these business entities in the entities. What are the core business operation and the business areas by the organization? There are different function and division of the organization. Like one of the division and the function we call accounting and finance, sales and marketing, production and manufacturing, customer relationship management. But that these are the function and areas of the organization, entity. The digital business means the one element of all the division or element trying to transform and trying to convert to elimination from the manual activity to implementing by the digital activity. What we call by the digital activities to removing the manual recording system. To using by the information technology, they will record in and keep in the entries by the online platform, digital platform. Look at the second paragraph. Digital business create a competitive edge. What do you mean by competitive edge? You having these advantages, others does not have it. Become competitive. In the industry, there are competitors. In a one industry, when you are going to the hotel industry, there are large number of the competitors. In the hospital and industry, in the tourism industry, the banking industry, this was industry, plantation, like this. If you are implementing and introducing by a digital platform, you can get a more advantage than to others in the industry. We call competitive advantages, competitive gains. Based on the unique combination of digital and physical resources. There are two things in the organization now. Two resources are there. The physical resources and the human resources. These are actually computers, machineries, buildings. Those are called the physical resources. We are the human resources, human capital. To combining and coordination of the both physical and the human resources are transformed into the digital activities. We call the digital business. Actually, the person, human being not will transform into the digital platform. By the employees, their knowledge and experience work by the organization by using the digital platform. To do things that others cannot. Look at the word, to do things others cannot, and a way of building competitive advantage. Even you can get the competitive advantage by this class. If you are having a more knowledge than to the others, you are getting a competitive advantage in your exam. Even in the accounting, even in the finance, even in the auditing. We call the competitive advantage by a industry. This is called the digital business. Now look at the digital accounting. Right? In the digital accounting, look at here, in digital accounting means all the records, all the reports, all the report sharing are transformed into the manual accounting system to the digital accounting system. You read that paragraph? The creation, presentation, and transfer of financial information is an electronic format. It's an electronic format. Now today we are practicing the digital accounting, the software packages. Never we keep the recorded in the books, manual records. Instead of using papers. Never we use the papers. Every notes, events, activities, transaction, every reports, everything are we maintain in our computers via system. All accounting transactions are conducted in the electronic environment. Understood? Got this point? Please answer me. Is it okay? Right. Try to understand my situation. I handle both in the online student as well as the physical student. Right. Now look at the next heading. Common element of digital business. There are different authors, different industry people are given a different definition and the ideas regarding the digital business activities, the elements, the common element. The Gartner say that the digital business is the creation of new value chain. What do you mean by new value chains? In the organization maintain their different processes. By converting to the manual system to the digital platform, they get in the competitive advantage. We call the competitive edge. And business operation that traditional business cannot offer. The traditional businessman cannot offer these experiences, advantages to the business people and the customers and suppliers. We call the Gartner says that this is called the digital business development. Another one more authors I selected here, McKinsey. The McKinsey said that digital should be seamless and more way of doing things. Everything simplified by the digital business. Actually, if we incorporated by the journal entries at the month end or even in the year end, in our time, the accountant and the assistant accountant take by the 1 week to incorporating a journal entry for the year end audit. But today, by using the ERP packages, within the 10 minutes, accountant or either assistant accountant can incorporate it and post in all the journal entries in a shorter period of time. We call short the workload given by the employees. This is the main advantages used by the industry people. We, accountant, to minimize our time to work in the entity. Even though in don't know, when I work in the audit firm, actually we need to visit for the client place to do the annual audit, to do the interim audit. But nowadays, by logging into the system from the audit firm, the auditors can review the set of financial statement, set of audit report, set of transaction, set of journal entries from their own office. Look at that. How easy to work the people. Even from you having the client in the one of the outside the Sri Lanka, you can easily do that. In the earlier, you need to visit for this country to do the audit. Even in the KPMG, from the different countries, from the USA, they come to here, even in the Coopers, to come to the Sri Lanka to visit the client. Nowadays, not compulsory to visit the client place. Because of that elimination of all the manual activities, now they are developing a platform online. The both, look at it, in today, after studying by today, from the next week, after completion by my session, you can log in your system from your home, you can incorporate the transaction. This is the one of the purpose by me to implement by the cloud ERP. In earlier, when I teach by the CA Sri Lanka, a long period, if we given a one activity to the student by the group activity, student get a lot of call from me, sir, please give a chances to go to the CA lab. But not available by the CA lab even in the during the weekdays and the weekend. They have a large number of the courses and the classes. So they are not unable to log in and move into their CLM. Now easily you can log into your by given a username and password at any place at any time to log into your software application. Look at the digital transformation. How the day-to-day activities are turned to from manual to digital. Right. In summarizing that discussion, now you look at these two lines. I summarize this everything by these two lines. The digital business focus more on how technology allows companies to create a new value and experience. Look at the very important. If you have this document, please open this document from your laptop. You highlighted the important points. You highlight this important point. Look at the very important point here. Create a new value and experience that differentiate the companies and give them a competitive edge over the peers. Peers mean the competitors are in the same industry. In the same industry. You open this document. Look at the classic example in the digital business. There are classic example in the Sri Lanka and the world. Look at the first example given me by a mobile pygmy. Everyone knows, even in the child, they know the pygmy, they know the Uber. This is a classic example of digital platform. Right. What they are doing? They are doing a vehicle hiring company. You know that, no? If today the girls require to order by your phone by going to the app, you can book in the vehicle from here. Right. Look at how business entities change their activities from manual to digital. Look at our traditional people. If we need to start by the vehicle hiring company, what's our first question? Oh, my God, I don't have a vehicle, even one vehicle. How people think on that way, no? How we start a vehicle hiring company without the vehicle? Impossible. Impossible. But you know that even Uber or Pygmy, they don't have a one single vehicle. What they are doing? They develop an app. They are registered by the hiring vehicle people from the outside. They get their services handled by the very few staff by a digital platform. They are controlling and managing by the payment and service and customer service, everything by the software. Supporting to the client and customers, they earn the huge money. More and more profitable companies are in the world. Look at one more example, Facebook. They actually, according to my understanding, the Facebook company getting 3 times turnover than to the Sri Lankan GDP. One single owner. Right, read that point. The example, Pick Me and Uber. Both are in the vehicle hiring company. Maintaining a very less capital, very less number of employees, very less number of office spaces. You know that even in the Dallas, Amazon.com, Alibaba, even in the Sri Lanka, Ikman.lk, they are earning the huge profit. Than to the public limited company, they get a lot higher money. The thing is that the elimination of the manual activity is implemented by the activities on the digital platform. Another example, Netflix. You read that part? These are the digital, DVD provided in the world. They planning to convert their activities to the film industry by the online platform. Right. Any question by my online student? Any issues? Am I audible? Am I audible, you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Others? You also understand that I'm doing a little bit difficult job to controlling, but actually teaching by the both physical as well as the online. To try to manage even in the software, to try to manage on that difficulties. And thank you very much for your giving the support. Right, my dear student, look at that. Where to start in digital business? There are two concepts in the digital business. Actually, we call digital transformation. Now, what is the example in the Sri Lanka? Don't know what will happen. Not too good criticizing by everything, no. But nowadays, in the present government, trying to do the all activities to the digital way. Don't know. They're having a funds, they're having a knowledge, they're having infrastructure facilities and resources. Anyway, the digital transformation is a starting point of to what do you call that? To convert in the even in the business, even in the country to the digital platform. Look at the word here. The end result of the business, actually we focus not on the country now, even business now. The end results of the business is to the purpose or goal of the business is to digitalize of the business to start in from the digital transformation. Sometimes the students are having confused the two words. What do you mean by the digital transformation and the digital business? The digital business is the end goal, the ultimate purpose. The vision is the digital business. The digital transformation is the process starting by the digital activities. You read that paragraph? Any question? Understood? Look at what in many characteristics of digital business overlap with the concept of digital transformation. A little bit difficult to get a clear understanding by these two concepts, which use customer centers focus on guide implementation, digital technologies in operation system and business model. Digital business is end goal. Look at the word end goal. And digital transformation is a process that companies undergo in order to get there. These are the initial step getting by the business and the organization. Right. Now we finish that part and moving to the getting the understand of developing of the ERP system. What do you mean by ERP system? It stands on enterprise resource planning. The enterprise resource planning. My dear student, the enterprise resource planning is the most powerful databases and implemented and installing by the organization to controlling and handling the many division, many department and coordination of the activities by the entire organization. We call enterprise resource planning. Actually, before starting the enterprise resource planning, look at the word enterprise mean entity. What are the resources available in the entity? Yes. In my first question, what are the enterprise resources available? Yes. One. Yes, correct. Human resource. We call it challenge. Number two. Sorry. Finance. Another resources. We call money. Anything else? You studied under the economic 5M is there. 5M is there. What those are 5Ms? Men, money, machine, material, and method. Look at this. These 5 types of resources are acquiring, controlling, and getting the highest output by the organization. They earn the profit. The enterprise is willing to controlling and planning by this 5M. To control in this 5M, we use the software application. The money and finance handled by the software. Machineries and material are handled by the software in the MRP1 and MRP2. Human resource, men are controlling by the, actually not control, managing by the payrolling and the HR packages. Customer relationship management, supply chain management. Those parts handled by the software. Right. To developing on the enterprise resource planning, there are two powerful business application system and business planning system were involved. Two things. Under the business application system, free information system were embedded with the enterprise resource planning. What those business application system, you know that you studied with the Ms. Nishantini, MIS subject. You studied the MIS, no? Tomorrow. Tomorrow you have a subject called Management Information System. Actually, all the subject you should get like a total knowledge, the integrated knowledge. At the end, after when you get a graduation, we are not checked, even in the industry, we don't check your subject knowledge, no. We check your practice. How far you are getting this theory knowledge and interpreting this theory knowledge to practice. This will be expected by the industry people. Nothing else. They don't ask a question. They don't give the finance question to solve and get the answer. They don't give accounting questions from preparation of the accounts or something. Actually, they check the practice of the industry. So look at down here. In MIS, management information, everyone knows that. The management information system means collecting, processing, and storing the databases, information and shared by the organization people. This MIS system are embedded with the ERP system. Inside the ERP, having a one component, one part we call the MIS. The major disadvantage of the MIS system, in the system itself cannot take on the decision making by a system. People can get the decision by using the MIS, but in the system cannot take on the decision. Number two, EIS system. Actually, EIS system was developed based on the MIS system and DSS system. DSS system means decision supportive system. Decision supportive system. In the decision supportive system and the MIS system combining with that, the executive people and the top level strategic people are using by the executive information system to non-routine decision making activities. What do you mean by non-routine decision making activities? Very rarely this decision taken by the top level people, not day-to-day activities. Even in the 1 year, even in a 6-month period, like the agreement, contract, and change the system information like this. Right. Number 3, CIS system, corporate information system. Right. In the corporate information system also used by the organization top level people. And the corporate information system will not shared by all the people in the organization. Only selected categories, selected layers, selected people are sharing by this information. We call corporate information. The corporate information system also having capabilities to take on the decision making facilities. Okay, now you know that there are 3 types of accounting information system. It's inside the ERP. What they are? MIS system. Tell me. EIS system, CIS system. Those powerful information systems are embedded with the ERP system. There are 2 types of planning system available here. But they are MRP1 and MRP2. The MRP1 means material requirement planning and 2 means manufacturing resource planning. Together with, actually, I had one mistake in developing, converting this document to the PDF, that one part missing. In your material, you add this, even in your pen, there are 3 information systems now, MIS, EIS plus CIS. You got this point now? In online student, please amended this first page in the first box, MIS, EIS and CIS. And look at here, these are the business application system plus business planning system. Try to understand the 2 things. The first section we call business application system. The second set we call business planning system. Those are the planning system. MRP1 and the MRP. Together with this application system and planning system, the enterprise resource planning system were developed. Look at this, the ERP journey. The ERP journey was started from the managing and controlling of the inventory section of the organization. In the 1960 and 70 period, most complicated handling part of the organization by the inventory. Even today, in the large scale organization, we can control all the activities, all the events, rather than to managing by the inventory. Even in the big PLCs. So together with the IT expert and the accounting expert, they will develop a piece of software. They will develop a piece of software to controlling the inventory activities. What the inventory activities mean? To calculating on the inventory requirement, reorder level calculation, BOQ calculation, and a minimum stock calculation, buffer stock, maximum. Those kind of things are controlled by the inventory packaging software. Then after a few years, that software further developed by a material requirement plan. Then after that, manufacturing resource plan. These are the steps, developments. And we'll be coming to the enterprise resource plan here, enterprise resource plan. Now further developed by the ERP, by the extended ERP and the cloud ERP. Now this time you are trying to study one of the cloud ERP by the Mayo. Actually, Mayo is not a very famous and the reputed software in the industry. Frankly, I'm saying. It's not a very famous. Anyone works in the Mayo? No one. Even me. But anyone work in the SAP? Yeah. SAP is the world reputed ERP. But we cannot purchase by the SAP. If you ask them given the student license, minimum they are ready to give the one login by the getting 1 million. It's impossible to get in by the classes based on the charge by the campuses. There are other softwares, Microsoft, Sage, Oracle. There are software available in the industry. But anyhow, we also getting the Australian software by a Mayo package by a cloud-based cloud. Actually, in this package, frankly, I would like to say that this is not a fully ERP. It's not a fully ERP. Actually, fully ERP means it's having the facilities to manufacturing, customer relationship, supply chain management, costs, accounting, budget, everything. But this software actually focuses on accounting. Don't blame me. Try to understand the reality of the world, reality of the universities. Right. This is the total version, total journey of the ERP. Actually, you know that where you work? Sorry, Atlas. In very reputed apparel textile in the organization MA sold it. I think they are investing getting on the SAP ERP more than 1,000 million to acquire. In the 2002 or 3, Petroleum Corporation acquired the SAP ERP by paying over 600 million. But still the government agencies with having a sophisticated software, every activities are there controlled in the manual way. Right, my dear student. Look at the one by one. In the 1960 period, have you get on the break during this class time or continue by the, don't know. So, getting on a small break. At what time? Not getting. No? Right. Because of that, today we missed some time because of the rain. No. Right. Anyway, student, look at this. The first accounting, not first accounting software. Actually, the first packages in the 1960 period. Inventory management and control is a combination of information technology and business processes of maintaining appropriate level of stock in the warehouse. What the purpose of this software? To managing and controlling by the inventories at the their warehouses. The activities of inventory management including those activities: identifying inventory requirement, to identify the lot size, setting targets, providing replenishment like reorder level, POQ, EOQ like this, monitoring item usage and reconciling inventory balances and reporting to the inventory status to the top level people at the end. That was a piece of software developed by industry people together with the IT expert and the accounting expert in the period of 1960. Not now. Later, that software was further developed by during the 1970 period. We call MRP1. What the MRP1 means, this is also the piece of software. Actually, this software also developed by accounting expert and the IT expert to generating a schedule, to generating a report based on the output requirement. Let's say, difficult to use by even board, no? Because online students are there, no? Let's say like, if you assume that if you want to produce a one finished good item, you study the in management accounting, there are different raw material used by the for this product finished good. Raw material A, raw material B, raw material C like this. And apart from the raw material, we use by the labor and overhead. Then MRP1 develop a plan, develop a schedule based on the total finished good requirement. The system itself develop a raw material requirement. Let's say, like if you want to produce by the 500 output of finished good unit, if you given a schedule by this ERP, the system was developed by a report. What are the raw material and what are the quantities required to produce for this 500 finished good item? This is called the MRP, Material Requirement Plan. Look at here. The MRP generates a schedule for operations and raw material purchase based on the product requirement of finished good. Next, the further it was developed in 1980 periods, the manufacturing requirement planning, we call MRP2. In the same name, no? MRP, the material requirement plan labeled by the MRP1. Manufacturing also MRP labeled by MRP2. The manufacturing resource planning, the further extended by the manufacturing process by MRP1, the MRP2 extended by from product planning to distribute the finished good ultimate product to the end customer. All the activities from product design to distribute the finished good ultimate product to the customers, all the activities are controlling and coordinating by a MRP. Okay? Right. Now, Enterprise Resource Planning, ERP, that was developed in the 1990 periods. Actually, ERP is a multi-module application. What do you mean by multi-module application? Extended to the manufacturing, production, inventory controlling. It's including the HRM activities, financing activities, including accounting, and customer relationship and point of sale, everything are controlling and coordinating by the one software we call enterprise business. Multi-module application. You read this paragraph? Sorry. Main advantage of having an ERP, it reduces the data redundancy, avoiding the data redundancy. Actually, data redundancy means in the manual entity, let's say, if we recruit by this student, this employee for our organization, like a, let's say, like a manufacturing company, first interview by the HR department, every detail are maintained by the HR department. Then after recruiting by the one or few employees, details are maintained by the HR department. Then after that, let's say these employees sent to the production department, the same detail maintained by the manual organization by this employee detail in the production department or manufacturing department. After getting the recruiting and placement by these employees, accounting departments are same detail for calculation of salaries, increment, promotion, everything asked by the accounting people. Separate, you imagine that. You imagine that the entity division separate out for a department wise, section or function wise, the separate HR people maintain information for the employee. Production people department also maintained by the same detail. Accounting people also maintained by the same detail. The overlapping same information by a different division and department. And also their computer system filled by the unnecessary information. Actually, this unnecessary information to eliminate, actually we call data redundancy. To elimination of this data redundancy in this sophisticated ERP system, only one employee or one division or one department entered by a detail in a one place, other people sharing this information. Understood? Information are shared by different employees, different division and function by one, even in the outside people. Given a permission by the outside people, even supplier, customer, tax authorities, labor departments, and anyone can use by this information with the permission given by the entity. Look at the definition in the ERP. ERP is a process used by a companies to manage and integrate. Look at the important point. Manage and integrate the important part of the business activities. Most of the ERP or the BRP business help them to resource planning. Already I told you, what are the resources available in the entity? There are 5 resources available. But they are men, money, machine, material and method. Those resources are planned in by the integrated all the process need to run their companies like a one single entity. After integrating by the ERP system, everyone can share this information with the permission given by the top level management. Further, this ERP also integrated with the planning, purchasing, sales, marketing, finance, human resource, and furthermore activities conducted by this particular entity, this particular organization. But you keep in your mind, all the ERP module, the ERP software will not be implemented by the same way in the different entity. As requested by the client, the entity, modified by the ERP system and implemented by the two different clients based on their request, based on their expectation. Because of that, all the activities will not be maintained by the whole organization. Look at the way the ERP system handled. Actually, ERP system installed to the server computer and given a remote access to the other people to log in the system. Log in the system with the username and the password, like in our credential. In each day morning, if you on your computer in the ERP system, the system asks your login name, username and password. And given your username and password, only you are allowing to work by one particular area. Is it correct? No. Is it correct in all ERP? If you are working in the cash book, you cannot view in the sales ledger, purchase ledger, or whatever the accounting. The limited permission given by a top level management, like a system administrator or chief financial controller, to go around the total software. No one having the permissions to access and edit and delete option. If you are given the permissions to the all people to log in the all the activities, the system cannot be controlled. You know that you are studying the auditing subject, no? Segregation of duties are there in the organization, in the internal function. Given a limited areas to work by the individual employees in the organization. These are the features. The operation of the ERP system. It facilitates to the company-wide integrated information system to cover in all the functional areas. Perform corporate activities to increase the customer service, to change the corporate image. Actually, if you are able to support your customers, like if you are getting on the bank loan, if you are getting on the hire purchase by whatever the item from the Abbas, Damro, whatever the company, in the month end you are getting the message, your outstanding balance, even your mobile phone outstanding bill. No one generates this message. By a ERP system, automatically calculate your outstanding balance, circulate to the customers. Actually, customers are delighted about the entity. Because of that, they given the updated and accurate information to the client, customers. This is the purpose we call to the organization can improve the efficiency of their entity operation by installing the sophisticated packages. What the outstanding balance? By itself, system generate the report and circulate among the customers, circulate among the suppliers. Look at the third point. Organize and optimize the data input methodology systematically. Actually, we call the no data redundancy. The entity knows that who is input this detail, who is used by this detail. Never the ERP system will not be implement and input the same detail by twice. Look at the ERP implementation process. First, the system, the organization requires to plan their activities, how we install in this software, ERP software, how many functions we have, how many divisions we have. Look at the first diagram. Then there are different software providers. There are different software providers. Someone trying to sleep? I am disturbed to you? I'm disturbed to you? No? Because I'm shouting now. then disturb to your sleep. Okay, anyway, don't sleep. Right. Anyway, only today we discuss the theory part. Actually, I am not interested to discuss the theory part, but anyway, we need to give a theory knowledge, the ideas about the ERP. From next week, totally we are going to the practical session. Right. There are different ERP providers. Okay. The SAP, ERP, Oracle, Microsoft, Sage, like this. From this available software, we can select either one suitable software to match in based on the cost, based on the service. There are a lot of things we need to search. The installation part done by the client vendor. Then data migration to setting on the database and training and development by the employees of the entity. Testing and validation of the data set. And go live. Go live means implemented by the system. You know that in the information system there are different methods. Parallel running, pilot running. There are system implemented by the organization. This is called the go live. And ongoing improvements and feedback getting by the client, organization, and employees, and developing and modifying the changes happen by the organization. The same thing we discuss on here, the purpose of implementing ERP and functional aspect of ERP. There are different divisions. Look at here, there are different divisions and the department. Manufacturing departments are there, finance, sales, CRM, customer relationship management, purchasing, inventory, and manufacturing department. Look at the main division and sub-activities of each division. The centralized databases used by the different division, function, and employees. Same databases installed into the server computers, servers, and server detail shared by a different division and employees. There are sub-activities. I'm not going to explain by the each and every section. Right now, small activity by any question by my online student? Any issues? Mr. Sandalwan, please, my dear student in the online, please rename by your Microsoft Teams application given by your name. Then easily I can coordinate it by you. Right click and rename in the participant list. You click and rename by your name. In earlier, Sandalwan and Liana gave something renamed by your name, but now Chandrakanti, are you hear me? Are you hear me?
Yes.
Any issues?
No, sir, no.
Yes, thank you very much. Please rename your Microsoft Teams by giving your name. Then Sandalwan.
Okay, sir, I will rename it.
Okay, thank you very much. Time to time I ask on the people. Senaratna,
Yes, sir. Will do.
where are you in your country?
Dohokata.
Duakata. Chandrakant, you are from?
New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Yes.
Then what else? Sandalwan, from where are you?
Sir, Dubai, sir.
You are Dubai. Okay, thank you very much. Right now, we'll given a small activity. Right, for the individual, not. Okay, physical student asked to give a small break. Actually, today only I am given on a 10 minutes time to only go to the washroom. Until to that, you try to attend on this my group activity. discuss the advantages and disadvantages of ERP system in the organization. Right. You also take on a small break, and others in physical student, you go to the washroom and come again. If it's raining outside the lecture hall. Okay. Right. Right. Are you complete on this activity? Complete. What are the advantages and disadvantages of ERP system used by the organization? You write it out. Now better you open by the Word document. Better you open by the Word document. In a folder, you open a folder, the ERP model. Inside that, you will download your two materials. Then open a separate Word document, lecture note or something. Then you write a note. Don't use the pen and books. Now we are trying to become a digital person. Anyone gets on the attendance sheet, student attendance sheet? But they told me the attendance sheet in the outside there. I couldn't find it. My goodness, completed. Go to the internet. Yes, this is also a digitalizing. Okay, go. To study that anyway, if you are going to the com or YouTube or anywhere. Anywhere is a knowledge. I'm not worried about that. But the thing is that you need to get an understanding. You read and get the understanding. Right? You read first point. Please download how each student complete everything in the all advantages, 10 advantage, and how many disadvantage? 9 disadvantage. If I ask to minimize this test score and explain by one from the individual student, like my online student, completed on that part, even though you are going to the internet, you search in that what are the advantages and disadvantages of ERP in the Chrome or even in the whatever the website. Tell me, yes, specs boy. What's the first? You can understand it. That after implementing by the ERP system, what kind of advantages, benefit having a company? Actually, one thing, you believe not the internet, you believe in your brain. Don't believe the internet. If something happened to the internet, yeah, the one thing, definitely after incorporating, actually installing by the ERP system, definitely this company having a high efficiency. This is one advantage. Another advantage, in the ERP system, given 100% accurate and timely information. 100% accurate and timely information. After installing by a ERP system, not in the tomorrow, after the long run, the company can recover the total investment and getting a higher profit, and when we compare with our return on investment. Another one more thing. If we install it by the software ERP, the employees are satisfied. This is also an advantage. In a total workload, they can cover up within a short time of period. This is the main advantage. No? If earlier we worked on 8 hours, one individual employees, after installing by this ERP, people can cover up their work by within 1 hour. 1 hour. Once you compare to the, what do you call that, cost benefit analysis. If you analyze this by your total cost, with the total benefit, that definitely ERPs give the more returns and more benefit to the organization. Another one more thing. After installing by a sophisticated ERP system, customers are delighted. Thank you. Pass on you. You take that. Right, these are the advantages. What are the disadvantages? Yes, main thing is huge cost. Normally, if we are installing by the reputed software application, we need to pay by the software by the individual login. Users, user by user. If we call single user, 2 user, multi-user, like this. What else?
System can be difficult to the user.
Maybe in the initially, if we trying to change by the software or the whatever the system, the employees having the difficulties to managing and controlling the software. What else? Maybe, but there are data securities. You can write down as a disadvantage, but sophisticated ERP package is having a data security because of the data backup, the login access, user levels, like this. Yes, boy? Very correct. If we install it by the sophisticated ERP system, definitely they can cut down the employees. This is the threat of the, especially in the accounting people. Because of that system itself, in earlier, I think you have some experience. The operation level people are doing a transaction. The executive level people are incorporating a journal entries and a little bit the advanced point. And accounting people are, the top level people are preparation and presentation of the financial statement. But there's no role to preparation and presentation. If you click on the reports, automatically generate the report. No roles played by the top level accountant and the mid level accountant. Even though if we are getting on the very low level people, the completed by the GCA level and given a proper training with the information technology knowledge, they can input all the data. And one accountant, one executive people can generate all the reports and customize the report based on their requirement. But based on the bank requirement, we can produce the one set of account. Based on the tax purpose, we prepare the one set of account. Based on the management accounting purpose, we prepare the internal account. Based on the publication purpose, we prepare the total accounts. By clicking on an option button, we can summarize a set of different financial statement for a different purpose of users. Right. Now, right, with this knowledge, you are very keen. Because of that, within the short time, you download the answer. Right now, my dear student, look at the ERP trend and the market size. Now I select the little bit early detail. As a matured student, I asked from you in the 2021 in the Sri Lankan GDP, how much? Don't click to the keyboard. You are accounting people. You are accounting people. How much in the Sri Lanka GDP? Around 80 to 85 billions. So USDs. Now you search the Sri Lankan GDP and compare to the ERP revenue getting by the companies. 14.6 billion in 2021. Not only worldwide, in the USA. Not what are the software, ERP software in the USA? Reputed software. Tell me. Microsoft. There are series of ERP product. Oracle. JD Edward. What are the ERP software? What are the ERP software available in German? At least you tell. SAP originated from the Germany. These companies getting the high level. I think the SAP ERP getting the more than to the Sri Lankan GDP. You search in the internet. Alright. In my activity number 2, list down around the name of industry that use ERP software in most. List down who are the main ERP in the world. Number 1 ERP in the world, SAP ERP. SAP. But during the COVID period, Microsoft company take the 1 and SAP goes to the 2. Because of that, Microsoft provides the large number of cloud ERPs to the different countries. You saw this detail. No one single detail generated by me. Everything I took it from the internet. Develop my lecture material. You also can log into the internet. This is the way of studying that, not copy and paste. You study the detail. Right. Dear student, look at the ERP vendors in the world. Reputed ERP vendor. Actually, Myobi is not a reputed ERP vendor, but we studied on the, actually this time we teach on the Myobi, no? So, as people need to respect the software, that's why I put the Myobi. Actually, others are very reputed software in the world. SAP business is a one. SAP product is one. Everywhere in the world. I think more than 120 countries operated in the SAP business. Who's the Sri Lankan agent? PBS, Perfect Business Solution, are the main agent of the SAP business, SAP ERP. Sage also getting on the, what do you call that, license by the PBS, Perfect Business Solution by the software provider. Look at here, Oracle, Business, Microsoft Business. These are the reputed and best ERP provider in the world. And the ERP market size in the 2021. Look at here. Even in the 2021, The SAP business, SAP product is the world reputed ERP software. World reputed. Oracle, Microsoft, like this. The Sage also they are in the world ranking. In 2000 up to 2015, Sage product is the number 3 in the world. Now there are some other companies grab the market from the Sage company. They will become a little bit less. Right. Those are the typical modules available in the ERP. In each ERP system, it's less and more, they having these facilities, these modules. General ledger modules are there. Payable module, payable means creditor module. Data means receivable module. Budget module and multi-currency module. These are the financial related modules. Sales and distribution module, quotation and order processing. Actually, customer relationship management not will discuss in here. No multi-warehouses, credit management, no mobile sales. In a purchasing module, document management and inventory management module. No multi-warehouse. Here having a multi-warehouse module, but not will discuss under your syllabus. Actually, not manufacturing part in here. Because of that, initially I told you, this is based on the accounting part, accounting section. These are the total ERP. Actually, bombing bills of order material. After when you set in by your total requirement, based on the finished good requirement, system automatically run the BOM report and generate the material, overhead, labor, and everything. Very easy to manage and control by the manufacturing process. Job manufacturing, project costing, advanced manufacturing. This part not will discuss in the retail operation and HR part. Other module actually we discuss fixed asset under the general ledger module and the depreciation part. Service management also will discuss a little bit. The market categorization. Market categorization means according to the worldwide accepted categories, there are 4 market categories. Small market, small and medium sized enterprises, mid market and enterprise. You can understand that based on this benchmark, how many companies are belonging to the enterprise category and the mid category in the Sri Lanka. Except the very few companies, all other companies are small. And very few companies are medium-sized enterprises. Small market, this is the categorization elements. Number of employees up to 20. Number of users mean the system installed by 5 computers, not used by the 5 employees. System installed by the 5 computers. Annual revenue up to 100 million. Most of everyone say annual revenue up to the 100 million. Most of the private companies and all the other companies are belonging to the Sri Lankan context, small category. SME category. Number of employees 100. Number of users 40. Like this computer lab. There are 40 computers available here. Don't know. There are 40 seats are available. Don't know how many computers are available. 40 computers, up to that we call SME category. Installing by the ERP. Yeah? Annual revenue up to 300 million. Each category and section should be filled by this organization. Otherwise, come to the previous category. Mid category. Number of employees 100. Number of users 250. Give an example in the Sri Lanka companies. Maybe correct. Haley's group of company. JK Holding. MS Holding. What else? Yes, Sunshine. Reputed public limited companies are belonging to this category. Because of the annual revenue dollar up to 1,000 million. You look at the annual report there. Otherwise, this company also becoming to the small and medium-sized enterprises. Very few companies like mass holding companies, Singer, becoming to the enterprise category. Number of employees plus 1,000. Anyone works in these classes more than 1,000 employees organization? What's your company? Sorry? Water board? Yes, maybe. What's your annual revenue? Up to $1,000 million? Recently, you will become at that point because of that government increased the water bill. I think you are working in the head office. Maybe 250 users? Less. Maybe. Those are the ERP product. Now, SAP and the Microsoft having a huge competition in the world to grab the market leader. In earlier, SAP business is the market leader in the ERP. Now in the Corona period, 2020 to 21 period, actually, the Microsoft provides a large number of cloud-based ERP. Look at in here. These are the product. Office 365, Dynamic 355 like this. In the acquisition generated total of 13 billion. Not easy, yeah? $13 billion cloud revenue. But how many SBUs are belonging to the Microsoft company? Not now. In the later you go and see the how many clusters they have, how many SBUs they have. Only one ERP, cloud ERP, given a 13 billion to the Bill Gates. How many vendors? More than 1,500 cloud clients they have. This is the secret of development of the USA. Among the top 5 during their lifetime in the ERP. Look at the total revenue in the ERP, not by the Microsoft. In the Microsoft ERP, earn more than to the Sri Lankan GDP. $143 million. Set in the German product. Clear lead among the, you know that the Fortune 1000 companies and 5,000 global enterprises, according to the business index by the worldwide, like Sri Lanka having the share market having S&P 20 Sri Lanka in the worldwide category, Fortune 1000 companies and 5,000 global enterprises. Most of these companies managed by the SAP ERP. How many clients they have? More than 45,000 clients in the worldwide, 120 countries. But all SAP is one, SAP business is one. If you getting on a SAP product, we can ask on the customization of the SAP. They are giving their own product. We need to adjust our business activities accordingly. Look at the revenue, 21 billion in 2020. Oracle, again USA product. Number 2, 3 in the ERP market. 37 customers around the worldwide. Those are the popular product. Even in Sri Lanka, Oracle e-business very popular. Oracle PeopleSoft, Oracle JD Edward, very popular product in the Sri Lanka by Oracle product. In Sri Lanka, another most popular software by the Sage product. Head office in UK. Number 3, 4 ERP vendor in the world. Look at the Sage differentiate from others. How many clients they maintain? More than 5.7 million. Can't imagine, no? How they handle their business. 5.7 million customers. More than. Those are the product. Actually, I teach by this Sage Evolution software by SAP campus in earlier, and University of Colombo also we teach by the Sage Evolution, and Sage Actac also we teach, and not 500, Sage 50 we teach in the earlier. Info, again USA product. 4th and 5th largest manufacturing providing the ERP. 70,000 customers. Those are the product. This is a Salesforce company, is a newly started company. I think this was started in 2016. But during the COVID period, the Salesforce company, actually this was in the American company. During the COVID period, the Salesforce company getting higher revenue than even in the Microsoft, because of to providing highest services and facilities to the cloud-based ERP. Look at the 2020 revenue is 17 billion, and the client. State background detail of MyOP ERP application, but not today. Next year, we will going to study it by our software. But until to that, now this is your chance, your time. Even in my online student, please get a clarification from me regarding any issues or any question from you. This is open to the class, to the last 5 minutes to the student. Not finish the lecture. Given the chances to the student, to get a feedback from me. Even you need to give a feedback from next week. Any issues? Yes. Sure. I think my all businesses are certainly. My all business. Now this is actually like the Australian software. In Sri Lanka, that was did by the accounting people in 2010-12 period. And after that, that software was not used by the after 2015 by most of the operators. But now they are cloud-based here. Now with higher trend, because of that our people are trying to migrate to Australia. Australia is popular. That's the reason again the people are trying to learn the bio. Any other question? Right. Shall we wind up the class? Shall we wind up the class? The session will winding up from today. In the next day, 1 o'clock, we will join to the software and getting on the time to explain the sample company and developing a new on company. Create a new company. Listen, next week, by all students, you have to be in the class. I'm not forced you. I'm not forced you because you are the adults. You are the mature student. Try to understand if you are failing to attend on the class in a week by week, we will develop a small databases. If you are not attending on the class, you are missing by the one pieces of databases. In next week, according to the, I think, don't know is it correct or wrong, Jennifer scheduled the lectures on next Sunday. No? But thing is that I have lectures in the CA Sri Lanka in Sunday. Sunday, in BRB Sunday. But I have another lectures in 1 to 7 in the CA Sri Lanka. In the same BRB. Is it your subject? No. No. BRB subject? But I have another lectures in CA Sri Lanka. 1 to 7. Is it okay by you? Because I cannot appear to the CSC and can be about it. Because they have the 15 AB, weekend students. 1 to 4 one lecture and 4 to 7 another lecture. 2 groups are there. In the same software. If you conducted on the lectures in Sunday, you are okay? Because after the point, yeah? Okay? Good. You want that? Because we are trying to create a new content. Right, in the next week, we have lectures on Sunday. Before that, we need to finalize that because after the poll, you get the feedback from the Jennifer before logging to the class. In the online student, log into the class by getting on the timetable by the Jennifer. Okay, now today we'll stop the class. Thank you very much for being here.